They say blood is thicker than water, but sometimes blood betrays you faster than any stranger ever could. My name is Vanessa Rowe, and the day my father died was the day my family showed me exactly how little I meant to them. My mother, Elaine, had passed away when I was 10, and my father raised me alone until he remarried a woman named Teresa when I was 16. She came into our lives with a fake smile, expensive perfume, and a son named Blake, who didn't want a sister, only competition. Over the years, my father did everything to make us feel like a family, but Teresa made sure I was always just one step outside the circle. By the time I left for college, I only came home for my father's sake. When he got diagnosed with cancer, I returned to take care of him. I took leave from my job, moved into the house, gave him his meds, managed his appointments, while Teresa went on spa trips and Blake posted gym selfies with hashtags like #grind-mode. I was the one holding his hand when he passed. So imagine my shock when the will was read, and I found out he had left everything to Teresa and Blake. The house, the savings, his business shares, all of it. I got one item, a ceramic bird I'd made in the 3rd grade. And a note that said, "I love you always." At first, I was crushed, then furious, then suspicious. My father was meticulous. I remembered him telling me years ago that he had set up a trust in my name. So why was none of that mentioned? I started digging. I filed a request through his lawyer for past estate planning documents, and there it was. A trust dated 5 years prior with my name on it. But it had been voided 2 months before he died. The signature on the new will? Sloppy. Uneven. Not his style. I knew something was wrong. I called his old assistant, Marie, who had worked with him for over a decade. She hesitated at first, but then admitted that Teresa had begun pressuring my dad about updating paperwork when he got weaker. She even recorded one conversation, my dad saying, "I'm too tired to read all this right now. Just let it be." That was 2 weeks before the new will was signed. Marie sent me the recording. I had it analyzed. It proved my father was mentally unfit during the signing. But that alone wouldn't undo the will. So I did what Teresa would never expect. I got close. I started showing up to the house, offering to help with cleaning, bills, whatever they needed. I acted like the grateful daughter who'd accepted her place. She let her guard down. And that's when I got access to her laptop. Late one night while she was asleep, I copied everything I could: emails, drafts, PDFs. What I found was damning. An email to her lawyer saying, he finally signed it. Took long enough. A document sent to Blake titled, "Final Asset Version, V Gets Nothing." I printed it all. Then I filed a formal challenge to the will. It exploded. The court issued a temporary freeze on the estate. Blake posted angry rants about jealous losers. Teresa tried to smear me as unstable. But when the judge reviewed the evidence, including Marie's recording and the emails, he ruled in my favor. The revised will was thrown out. The original trust was reinstated. I inherited 75% of the estate. Blake got nothing. Teresa kept the ceramic bird. I sold the house and donated part of the proceeds to cancer research in my father's name. Then I took the rest and started my own consultancy, something my dad had always encouraged me to do. Teresa moved into a small apartment. Blake started a podcast no one listens to. And me? I kept the note. "I love you always." And every time I read it, I smile, because now I know he meant it. Sometimes revenge isn't about getting even. It's about restoring what was stolen, even if it's just the truth. If you believe in justice served cold, hit like and subscribe. We bring you powerful stories every day where betrayal ends in silence and silence ends in justice.